Omar Zenom here. Great to have you on this masterclass where I'm going to show you how to get more customers for your courses, your products, your services, your coaching, your training, your whatever value you offer your customers. Now, this is not theory. I'm going to share with you the same system I used over the last 8 years to grow my seven-figure business. And what's great about this is that it's an automated system. We're going to use the power of automated webinars to create a complete sales system to allow you to get new leads, new customers, and convert them into buyers over and over so you have a steady, consistent stream of customers. Today's masterclass's official title is Get More Customers with Automated Webinars Without Complicated Funnels or Overhyped Marketing. Okay, we don't need to be this overhyped, overpromised and underdeliver kind of marketer. This is not something that works anymore. Okay, this whole image of laptop on the beach. No, I want to enjoy the beach. I don't want to have my laptop with me. Okay. Now, this is for seasoned veterans, and it's also for even if you're just beginning in business. In fact, I might think that it might be a little easier for you if you're just getting started because you don't have to unlearn anything that you have already learned along the way when it comes to sales and marketing. Now, as we get started, I want you to take down some notes. So make sure you have a notebook with you or a note-taking app because we're going to be talking about a lot of different things to set up your system, and you need to be able to know what is going to apply to your business, how to apply it to your business. We're going to give you some examples. I'm also going to share with you some rhetorical questions for you to answer. So go ahead and get that notebook ready. Now, I'm going to teach you this by showing you how I sold over $7,540,000 worth of my products and services with a simple automated webinar sales system. Again, we're going to be dealing with facts, guys, real numbers, real data, what really works in the real world. If we've never met, I'm Omar Zenhom. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Webinar Ninja. But before that, I was an educator for over 20 years. I was a high school and university teacher and teacher trainer. I literally taught in the classroom for many, many years. That was my first career. So you're in good hands here. I have a master's in education. I'm somebody on the internet that actually knows how to teach. I'm also a digital course creator. I transitioned from my job as a teacher to a full-time entrepreneur in 2012, and I started by teaching online courses, showing people how to start online businesses because I started a few on the side when I was building my businesses on the side as a teacher. I'm also a podcast host. I host a podcast called The $100 MBA Show. I'm super proud of this podcast that gets hundreds of thousands of downloads every single day. We have over 190 million downloads on the podcast. It's pretty crazy where we teach daily business lessons on the podcast and been mentioned on so many top business lists like Forbes and Inc. and Fast Company and Time Magazine. It's pretty incredible. But again, I love to teach, and that's what I do on the podcast. And of course, I'm the co-founder and CEO of the webinar platform, Webinar Ninja. And I love webinars because I love teaching, and I wanted to make it easier for people to teach what they know to grow their business. And that's why I created the platform, Webinar Ninja. And I'm going to share with you today everything I've learned along the way in the last 8 years building this business and how we're able to do it with the same system I'm going to teach you today. So here's what you're going to learn in this masterclass. You're going to learn the why and how people buy. We're going to understand the psychology of your ideal customer. What compels them to consider your product or service and then pull the trigger and decide to trust you to buy your product? We're also going to cover how to attract your ideal customer so you're not attracting tire kickers that are wasting your time and money and effort. Next, we're going to talk about how to convert those people, those ideal customers, into buyers. Even if you have no sales skills, this system is going to show you how to be able to earn their trust with your content and then easily transition them into the buyer's journey. Next, we're going to talk about how to do this with an automated webinar system, okay? We're going to walk you through the whole system because it's not just a webinar, it's a system in itself. And lastly, you're going to know how to do this without 8+ complicated tools. I know as a business owner, you don't need more tools, okay? It's complicated as it is to learn every single tool and make sure they all talk to each other and make sure they work, and if one breaks, the other one does. No, we don't want any of that, okay? We're gonna use one tool to pull off this whole system with one nifty software. So why is this content important to you now? Why are we covering this in today's masterclass? Well, number one, most of what's out there is dead wrong. what you see on Instagram, all the videos you see on YouTube, all the ads telling you to do this and that and create this complicated funnel and push for sales is just not something that works anymore, okay? People have become immune to all these sales tactics, and if you try to do it, you're going to find yourself spinning your wheels, wasting your time and money because people are wise to it now, okay? People are educated as a buyer. They do their research. So the way we sell to these clients of ours, we want to make sure we treat them with respect and sell in a way that makes sense for them. It's also incredibly crowded and it's hard to get noticed, okay? We're gonna make sure we cover that in today's masterclass. Customer acquisition rates are super crazy these days, if you haven't noticed. If you're trying to get customers through paid ads, the price to gain even just an email on your email list is becoming more and more expensive and almost unaffordable for a lot of small businesses. So we're gonna solve this problem as well. Now, if you sell too hard, your customers are going to get mad. They're going to get turned off. But on the other hand, if you teach too much, you might overwhelm them and you won't sell anything, okay? So you might be worried about this right now. Now, you're not going to have to worry about it anymore because you're going to know exactly how to teach so that you can offer something that makes total sense for your customer. Your customer's going to say, this is a no-brainer. This makes total sense for me to buy this product. Now, before we go on, I want to make sure that this masterclass is for you. So if you're a course creator, a coach, a service provider, a product provider, and want more sales, this is for you. If you're spending all your time trying everything to get more customers but have come up short, you're spinning your wheels, this is for you. If you want a thriving business with more time for yourself, this is for you. I've been there where you're just exhausted at the end of every day and feel like I haven't done anything for myself or my family. If you want to be proud of what you built and provide a great lifestyle for yourself and your family, this is for you. Now, some house rules. This masterclass is not for people that are not willing to do the work. Now, I doubt that's you because you're actually watching this masterclass and you're putting in the work, you're taking down notes, you're paying attention, okay? But I have to say this because if you're not willing to implement what I teach, I can't help you. You have to actually do the work to be able to get the results. So if you're happy to do the work and just put in a bit of time to see the results, then you're gonna be okay. Also, no scammers. When I say scammers, I mean you actually have to be offering something of value where you're not trying to bait and switch people. You're actually trying to teach people, help people, improve people's lives in some way. Also, my results are not typical because I put a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, and most people don't, okay? So I wanted to put that out there. And lastly, here's the truth. Most people will watch this masterclass, will feel pumped, will feel motivated, and do nothing. The people that do win, the minority that watch this masterclass, will get results because they will implement. But I just want to be open and transparent from the start and give you the reality of the situation. You're going to need to implement to see results. Now, time for some total transparency. I know you're probably thinking, Omar, this is probably a strategy that works for you because you have a big email list and a big audience and a hit podcast and all that kind of stuff. Yes, this is true. I have a large email list. I have a hit podcast with hundreds of thousands of listeners, a fast-growing software company. I've been featured in publications like Forbes and Times and Entrepreneur and Inc. and get a lot of PR. Yes, but I started with 0 email subscribers. I started with nothing, with no podcast, with no software business, with no publicity. When I started, all I had was my will to keep going and to implement what I'm about to teach you today. Okay, so everybody starts at 0. I've been there. I told you, that I was a school teacher. That's what my job was. And in fact, let me introduce you to my friend. Say hello to my epic fail, okay? This is my epic fail. I'm going to just put myself out there and be vulnerable and show you that I did indeed start with 0, okay? I started this product called the DIY Webinar Guide before I started Webinar Ninja because I was so interested in webinars. I wanted to put in the effort to build a guide to show people how to run webinars. I created a guide and some great tutorials and some coaching and a cheat sheet and another guide for teaching and presenting. And I was super, super excited about this amazing product that I was launching. I invested thousands of dollars to build this product, to market this product, 3 months of long hours. I'm talking about 12-hour days for 3 months straight, no days off, right? And I was so excited to launch this product. I was like, this is going to be incredible. Launch day came. I launched this product, and guess what happened? I got 2 sales. 2 sales, guys. Now I wish I could tell you that's the end of it. Actually, what happened was I discovered that one of those sales was actually a chargeback. Now, if you don't know what a chargeback is when basically somebody uses a card fraudulently, and I was alerted of it, and I had to give a refund because it was a stolen credit card. And I realized I only had one sale, and it was a sympathy sale from a friend that knew I launched this product. I was totally deflated, and I really wanted to make sure that I built a way to grow my business, to sell my products and services without putting so much upfront investment and getting no payback. In that moment, I had to ask myself, what are my options? I had 2 options basically. Option number 1, I could give up, right? I can give up and say, you know what, forget this business thing, forget trying to sell my products and services. This is not for me. Or I can say, figure this thing out. I got to learn how to make this happen. So this is what I call my $7 million decision, right? Because of this decision, I decided, hey, I'm going to figure out this sales thing, or I'm going to die trying. I'm going to figure this out somehow. Nobody's ever won anything by quitting, okay? That's kind of the surefire way to make sure you don't win is by quitting. So I didn't want to quit, so I kept moving forward. I said, I'm going to figure this out somehow. I also decided I'm going to ignore all the trendy sales and marketing advice all over the internet. I want to do what actually works and what has worked for centuries, right? The fundamentals. I want to look back and figure out, how do people actually buy? How are they attracted to a product? How can I convert them into a customer and learn the fundamentals and then take it into the modern era and automate it? And that's really what I wanted to do. And these are the decisions I made that I'm so glad I made at the time, because otherwise I wouldn't have my businesses today or the sales that I made along the way. So I decided to build a system that's based on trust and value. I knew if I can earn my potential customers' trust and give them great value, that it's going to be a no-brainer for them to buy when I ask for the sale. Now, this is very, very important, and we're going to talk more about it in depth in today's masterclass. I also did not want to overpromise and underdeliver. I wanted to make sure I do the opposite. I underpromise and overdeliver so that people are wowed every time they do business with me and tell their friends, okay? So this is what we're gonna walk you through in today's masterclass. So as a result, I developed this system for getting more customers and sales now and forever. And I wanna share with you. This system allowed me to go from one sympathy customer, one sympathy sale, to over 30,000 customers and counting. And here's how the system works. It's 4 steps of my automated webinar sales system. Let me share them with you. I'm gonna go through them quickly, and then we're gonna go through them in detail as we work through them. Number 1, planning and decisions. We're gonna measure twice and cut once. We're gonna make sure that we plan out our sales system properly, okay? We wanna make sure that we make a few smart decisions about our pricing, about our offer, about how we're going to attract our ideal customers. Who are these ideal customers? Where are they? So that we can attract them and then we can convert them into buyers. Number 2, pre-production. We're going to plan out the whole system. We're going to know exactly all the moving parts, the software to use, what are all the things that we need to do to prepare ourselves so that we have a great production when it comes to the whole system. The emails, the videos, you're going to know everything you need to be able to pull this off. Number 3, a compelling registration page and video. Okay, your registration page is basically a sales page, okay? This is where people register for your automated webinar, and this starts your whole sales system. This starts the whole thing, it triggers everything, and it's important for them to opt in. We're gonna optimize for the lead, meaning we're gonna optimize them for signing up. We're not gonna worry about anything else. Our whole goal is to get their name and email address, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. We're also going to make sure that you have an incredibly high production value video. Okay, I'm going to show you everything I do to make sure that you know how to produce that kind of video. And by the way, you don't need a big budget. It's actually quite inexpensive. And step 4 is marketing and follow-up. How are we going to market our system, our automated webinar, to grow our email list, to grow our sales, to follow up and make sure people actually buy our offer. And how do we do this so it's kind and gentle, and actually a gentle reminder rather than a pushy sales, kind of effort? We want to make sure that people know that, hey, you want to get this offer before it ends. And we're going to do this properly and show you how to set that all up with the technology, with the emails, with the right scripts, what works and what doesn't when it comes to writing these types of messages. Now, before we drill in and go into further depth of all 4 steps, let's talk a little bit about why do automated webinars work so well for sales? Why automated webinars in particular? Well, building trust is your goal in business. That's it. Bottom line. The only reason why you've bought anything, whether it's AirPods or, a flask for your water or anything, at some point you built enough trust with that product, that brand, where you said, I am going to take the risk and give them my money, and hopefully it will be a good product, okay? This goes with services. This goes with coaching. This goes with anything you give up your money. At some point in your brain, you've built enough trust and credibility for that product that, hey, you know what? It's worth me giving up my hard-earned dollar. And automated webinars is great for the system because it allows us to build trust in a big way, okay? Because there's only 24 hours in the day and I can't run a live webinar every hour in the day, okay? So automated webinars allow us to be able to offer this trust building mechanism and give great content, give great value, show us or show them that you are super valuable and that you can really deliver on your promises and be able to really earn their trust at any time of day. Here's a little secret. Anytime somebody watches any of your content, including an automated webinar, this is an audition, okay? They're trying to figure out, they're judging you. They're saying, hey, I gave up my time to watch this video. If this person gives me value and I'm wowed and I'm like, wow, I really learned something. This person really convinced me they're the real deal. If you win that audition, if you pass that audition, their next thought is, if I give my money, there's a good chance they'll also deliver with that. So you have to see it that way, and you want to get as many auditions in you as much as possible, just like an actor, right? In Hollywood. But you just can't do that if you need to sleep and eat and tend to your family and maybe, I don't know, read a book once in a while or, enjoy life. This is where automated webinars come in. It's incredible. You are able to do this super, super simply and automate the system and earn trust on autopilot. This is why I absolutely love automated webinars for automating my leads and sales. And this is exactly why I built my whole system on automated webinars. So automated webinars are a trust building machine. They allow you to build brand affinity. Brand affinity is basically you liking a brand, right? Or being familiar with a brand. They say it takes 7 touch points for you to feel like a brand is credible. So what automated webinars do is that you get so many touch points to be able to build that brand affinity. You get a touch point on the registration page. You get the touch point on the thank you page once they register. They get touch points in the email notification. They get touch points when they watch the automated webinar. They get touch points when they see your offers. They get touch points when they see your follow-up emails. Touch points, touch points, touch points to build that brand affinity. This is why it's so powerful. It's an email list building machine. People are really, really happy to give up their email for this type of value. The days of giving up your email for an ebook or some white papers or, to subscribe to my newsletter is not enough. We want to be able to give extreme value in a form of a workshop with automated webinars to be able to convert them into buyers. And guess what? If you try to do this on social media, you don't capture their email and you can't follow up. This is what's so awesome about automated webinars is that it's an email capturing machine. Automated webinars actually get you more attendees. Now, a lot of people say, well, don't more people show up on a live webinar? That's true, but I can't run a live webinar every hour of the day. So in total, I get more attendees on all my automated webinars than I do with my live webinars. And of course, it allows me to have ongoing sales. There's no more satisfying feeling than to see your business get sales without you intervening. You've built the system, you've built the content, and you see sales coming in from that system because you invested in your business and building trust with your audience. It's great for you to be able to take in a customer, walk them through, build trust, show them the value, show them what is a good fit for them, what's a good product for them, and then you go ahead and capture that sale right there in the system. So let's get back to those 4 steps of my automated webinar system. We talked about planning and decisions. We talked about pre-production. We talked about compelling pages, emails, video content, registration pages, all that stuff, marketing and email follow-up, okay? Let's drill in. Number 1, planning and decisions. We're gonna plan for success. In this step, we talk about the tools that you need, the software, the hardware, what kind of lighting you need, what kind of mic you need, all that kind of stuff, the topic that you need to cover. And by the way, the topic is your promise to the audience. You don't want to break your promise. So choosing the right topic is critical because this is what's going to attract them to your automated webinar. And of course, the offer that you make to your audience, okay? This is incredibly important because the offer has to be congruent with what you're teaching, with what you're actually offering your clients as a value. It's got to make sense because you want to be able to easily transition from great content, great value to something that you have for them that can help them further that is for sale. Okay. And the more congruent it is, the easier for you to transition. We talk about how to easily transition in that workshop. In step 2, we focus on pre-production, building the foundation, okay? Outlining your workshop, making sure that it's outlined perfectly like, guess what? A lesson plan. I know a little bit about that after being in the classroom for, decades. Outlining your workshop ensures that you give value, that you're not just talking about things, that you actually give your audience a result. So that way they can feel like, wow, this person gets me results. I got a result just in this short workshop. I'm definitely going to get a result if I pay them for their product or service. Pre-production also includes working on your presentation slides, making sure that your slides are not only gorgeous, but they're also well organized and it's easy for people to comprehend what you're putting down, okay? And guess what? We have templates for you that you can use to just fill in your content with a proven template that works for presentation slides. Also in step 2 in pre-production is your offer delivery. You got to be super comfortable with the delivery of your offer, how you say your offer, how you present it to your customers. You should be super proud of what you built. You shouldn't feel bashful about it. And we're going to show you how to easily offer your products without being shy or feeling awkward. We're also going to make sure that you understand that we're going to show you how to allow your customers to see you have their best interest in mind and show them how your product or service is actually going to help them way beyond the purchase price. Step number 3, we talked about compelling pages, registration pages, emails, and video content. We're going to build trust and authority here. This is where all the real juice happens, okay? Where we're going to have great sales copy, great design on our registration and thank you pages. Again, thank you pages are those pages they see after they register. It's really important because it allows them to see the first interaction with you, the great value. It reduces any kind of sign-up remorse, okay? It makes them feel like, okay, I can trust this person. They're actually going to deliver great value. Email sequences. Email copy is incredibly important. You improve your email copy even just slightly, it can improve your percentages greatly, okay? I know this by practice, okay? So we're gonna show you what email copy works, okay? We're gonna give you templates and scripts so that you could say, okay, this is what actually works. This is the format that works. This is the type of language I should be using. I'm just gonna format it so it works for my business and my product and offering and my content. And then, of course, a highly produced webinar video. How do we produce video at high levels of quality, high production quality? I know a bit about this because my business partner and wife, Nicole, is a New York Film Academy graduate, and she's helped our business with some great videos and video content quality, and I'm gonna pass that on to you as well. Step 4 is marketing and follow-up, where you focus on filling your webinar and converting them into customers. There are free and paid ways to market your automated webinar. We also really need to focus on follow-up sequences, how to follow up with your customers, okay? How to make sure that we don't leave any money on the table. A lot of people do this, and this is a big no-no. We're gonna show you exactly how many emails, how often, how frequent you should be following up after your automated webinar to close more sales. offers and counter offers, okay? It's not just enough to have one offer, because maybe the offer that you give is not right for your customer at this point in time. Maybe they need something a step before that, a product before that, that will lead them to your flagship product. And we'll talk about how that all works and how we can know when it's time to do a counter offer. Now, you might be saying, Omar, this sounds like a lot. And truthfully, it kind of is. There's a lot of things to remember, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to keep track of. But don't worry, I've got your back. What if I gave you step-by-step guidance along the way to build your automated webinar sales system, okay? What if I gave you the accountability you need to make sure that you are held accountable, that you know exactly what to do, how to do, and people check up on you and say, hey, have you done this step yet? Make sure you get it done by this time so that we can move on. We all need a little kick in the rear end sometimes to keep us going, and that's okay. What if I gave you the tools, the templates, and a clear plan to pull this off, to actually build the system for your business? Well, that's exactly what I created for you. It's called the Automated Webinar Challenge. Now, the Automated Webinar Challenge's only goal is to have you launch your complete automated webinar sales system. That's it. It's going to make sure that you do this, and in a timely fashion, in 30 days. Yep, you're going to get 30 days of videos. Every day, you're going to get a video lesson. So 30 days, 30 video lessons. Why? Because every day, I'm going to give you something to do, so you have no excuse. I'm going to show you step one. This is what you do today. Get this done by tomorrow. The next day, you're going to get another assignment. So every day, you're going to watch a video and complete an assignment, so that by the end of the 30 days, you have launched your sales system. And you can thank me later, because you're going to build something that's going to serve your business for years. You're also going to get the software you need. We're going to give you free access to our pro account for a month. So in the 30 days, you can build your automated webinar system with no restrictions, okay? You don't have to pay for the software even. We're going to give you free access to a pro account of Webinar Ninja. And you're going to need it, because I'm going to show you, you're going to look over my shoulder and show you how I create a webinar in our system, so you can do the same and build out your whole system with the software. So you're not going to need to buy any software to build this out. You're also going to get 30 SOP templates. That's standard operating procedures. Every single lesson comes with an SOP. Why? Because after you complete the 30-day challenge, you can then hand off these SOPs to somebody on your team, and you can even automate building your automated webinars, because it gives them step-by-step instructions on how to do each part. You're also going to get unlimited coaching inside of NinjaTown. What's NinjaTown? Well, that's our private community where hundreds of ninjas just like you are building out their systems. And you're going to be able to get feedback on your landing pages, on your email copy, on your prices, on your offer, on your business, on whatever you like inside the community. I'm going to personally be in there, as well as my whole team, and of course, the other amazing ninjas building out their systems. You're also going to get templates, scripts, and frameworks. We're talking about the actual presentation slide templates, both in Keynote and PowerPoint, where you can just edit the content to make it your own. We have already used all the best practices of putting together those slides for your webinar and given it to you. You're also going to get scripts for email copy. You're going to get frameworks, so you know exactly how to build out your system. But the biggest benefit or feature you're going to get is results. Okay, if you implement just like our other students have implemented, you're going to see results. Just like Eric here, who says, simple steps. Omar breaks things down into easy to follow steps to help us grow our audience and increase sales. Love how these short lessons are packed with information, absolutely priceless in my opinion. Thank you. We also have Greg Nichols, who said, changed my business. Omar has helped me grow my business in ways I couldn't even begin to explain. His step-by-step instructions, daily motivation, and techniques have helped me build and grow our community. Omar gives everything you need in small chunks. Thanks, Omar. We also have Shelly Calloway, who says, no excuses. Thanks, Omar. Such valuable content in such a way that there are no excuses left for me to tell myself. If you're a newbie in the entrepreneurial journey, listen to Omar. You can't find a better teacher. Trust me, I've tried them all. Here's a quick screenshot of the results that we were able to give all our great students in the past. Feel free to pause the video and read these comments. There's only one question left. will you take action? Those who take action get results. It's that simple. And by taking action and enrolling in the Automated Webinar Challenge, you are ensuring that you're taking the steps to move forward in your business, okay? And I'll see you inside the challenge. Take care.